The Stanley Parable is a first-person exploration game. You will play as Stanley, and you will not play as Stanley. You will follow a story. You will not follow a story. You will have a choice. You will have no choice. The game will end. The game will never end. Contradiction follows contradiction. The rules of how games should work are broken, then broken again. This world was not made for you to understand. So welcome again, guys, to another random one. The Stanley Parable is a bit different from what we are used to play on this channel. It defines itself as indie/adventure game. I really liked it, and I thought you might like it as well. So let's see what the Stanley Parable will bring to us, and let's enjoy the twists and turns of this game. So, to not keep you waiting, my name is D. Let's jump in.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. So maybe everyone just left home or just on annual leave or whatever. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How could he miss a memo for the whole office? Okay. Corporate life.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Just a second, I'm looking. Who farted? Okay. Some documents. Can't read this. Okay. This one? No. This one? No. Okay. This one? No. Long, creepy office layout. What the hell? Was that? 431, 436, okay. So 422. This one? No. Can't open any of these. Okay. What did I do? It just closed on its own. Okay. Pencil sharpener. Some documents. Who farted again? Okay. Be my Valentine. No. Fuck. And we all know what's the rest of the word. Okay. Closed. No one is inside. Everyone left. This one.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
So, I keep pushing it. I keep trying. Even if it didn't make a difference. Okay. I'm so stubborn, by the way, so I'm not gonna listen.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I will not go to the door on the left. I said I'm stubborn, so I'm gonna go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee lounge. And everything is closed. Corporate life. What a shit life. Okay.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
It's so depressing. What are you talking about? It's very, very depressing.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. Story building.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly
You know
on
what?
his
I'm
overall
leaving.
personality.
I'm leaving.
It's possible,
You started
but
to
at
annoy
last,
me.
he'd had enough of the amazing room.
Yeah.
And took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Not that you talked me out of it. You started to annoy me. Oh. Okay. This is the warehouse. Some blueprints.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What do you mean? I'm investigating. Caution, don't lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay. Wow, look at that. How can they reach the upper shelves or whatever? It's so weird. What's it saying? Can't read it. Warning, do not jump from the cargo left while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo left 1k. Penalty for jumping of the cargo left 5k. Okay. I don't think if he jumped from the cargo left he would pay any penalty, but okay. Let's go here. No? Needs a key card. Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I think so,
I'm not
yes.
your enemy, really, I'm not.
Really?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
I know.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her? What you talking about?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who? What the hell are you talking about? Did you kidnap any of my family members? You son of a... Okay. Let's go. What the...
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Who?
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Who are you talking about? I'm not gonna listen to you.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible.
Oh, really?
Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible?
How about that?
None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're
Yeah.
a real person.
I am.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind
Calm
of risk
the
on
fuck
my watch.
down.
I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
No, you're
Please
not.
observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best
damn it.
part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What? Practice. Okay.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis
What?
is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
So, I'm not Steven, and I will set fire to everything, including you. Don't tell me what to do. I'm a real person. Let's go. I'm furious. I'm so angry. Get me back.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Oh, really?
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
So this is your fault, not mine. You can deal with real people, it's your fault. Okay, let's go. Can't open any of these. No. 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 We're going back.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
No. I don't want to do that. I will break every rule that you've got, because I am terrible at following rules. So
now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know very well that I'm going there.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I don't care. Oh, look at that! Everything is deteriorating, or this morphed, disfigured, I think. Okay, he's not giving me any choices. I need to go there. This is not a choice. This is mandatory to continue. Are you happy now? Okay. 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 What? Oh, so bright.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is
I
it
don't
better to
care.
shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I...
Just let me
No,
be.
I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Calm
What, did
down.
you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
What's your goddamn
Behave
tone?
exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
What
I'm
the
quite
hell
sure you'll be up
happened?
to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So the whole game reset. I take it. So let's bluff him again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We fell into the paradox and we cannot escape. So I'm going to go there again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Don't
All
tell me
right.
what to do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. I'm so annoyed right now. Happy now? Are you happy?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. Okay. Targets. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Wow. Standardize. What? Graphs. I don't understand this one. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Synergize papers. Okay. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Okay. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy who moved my desk. Please keep the targets on the topic of... I don't know. Okay. Okay. Solving interpersonal conflict if you ever find yourself in a... Okay. What are your dreams for the future? Nature, success, transcend, plunge, life, planet life, football, travel. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work. All the time, every day with... Okay. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Took it out passive. Using sight to assure employees that everything is okay. I doubt it. B1 quarterly. Post review. We need... What? We need... I can't read it. Reviews 402 plus 405. Want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net, some sort of child trap. Teenager size of demographic. Space between the teenagers. Throw something in the ideas pen. Okay. What do people want? Things. Wow. That's very accurate. Money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things plus money. Okay. This market is somewhere here. Okay. That's all chaotic. Shift to global market. Parade. Monetize free to play. Okay. Okay. Broom closet. Someone was in the broom closet. I can't remember his name, but it's closed. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So what's down? Can we jump? No? Okay. So bright. Upstairs to the manager's office. Whoa. Okay. Okay, so we are in the creepy manager's corridor, and the narrator is not saying anything. Okay. The movement has a jolt forward, and I keep adjusting. Oh. A suit and tie dude. Okay. Let's go.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Really? Okay.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Okay, calm down. Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please
didn't.
speak the code into the receiver.
Nine,
Otherwise we can't
chalk,
get on with the story. This is a
115.
crucial step.
Night Chalk 115. Night Chalk 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a
Calm
story
the
seriously.
down.
If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley?
What the hell is going on?
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
What the hell?
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
He's having a breakdown.
Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know.
Oh, really?
I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Okay.
Take as much time as you need.
What should I do now? Is it really one of the endings? Okay, it is. Here we go again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So let's go to the one on the left right away, because he's gonna have a meltdown if we don't do it.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, we're going downstairs this time.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
It is.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. he wasn't crazy after all.
Really?
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
This is so fucking weird.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, wow.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Enough with that gaslighting.
People whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So stupid. And another one. Okay, this time...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Yeah.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, let's do it correct this time and see what's what. Oh. Executive bathroom. Wow. Okay. Oh, the room has changed.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
It's the drawers are they are active, but I don't know what to do.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
So 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Yeah.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped
Wow.
into the newly opened passageway.
Let's go. So this is the third ending, or a third ending, and we are going to follow what he's saying. Maybe he's not gonna be so mad eventually.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Wow. Okay. We went so far down. Oh. Shit. Where the hell are we?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But there is an escape. Okay, so choices. Mind control facility, escape. Mind control facility, escape. I'm so curious, but I also want to escape. But I'm so curious, but I also want to escape. But I'm so curious. So هيدي بادي كرم بزبادي شالوا وحطوا وكله على دي يا كتكوت روح السوق هات البيضة من الصندوق اوعى تاكلها طب تموت. We're not escaping. Okay. Mind control facility. We're not escaping.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
X-Men
did he
much?
have the strength to find out?
Professor X, is that you? Okay. Wait. Let's click it again. Is it active? No. Okay. Oh, it's so dark. Okay, monitor. What am I looking at? What? Okay.
Now the monitors
Wow.
jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Wow. Imagine working in a corporate like this. Where they are monitoring everyone. Everyone has a camera on their desk. Everyone is told what to do, which is basically what's going on in every corporate, one way or another. And you have employee fired. That's in some of the screens. Yeah, here, employee fired, employee fired. Okay. So depressing.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah. I mean, if they pay well, he's already mind controlled.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Was it
Yeah.
even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Utterly blind.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I'm sorry, I had to try. I keep pushing buttons. Okay. If we went up, no. Oh, what if we went up? I'm not sure what's up there. Maybe 4. What did that do? Nothing? Okay. What's up with the big screen? Console disabled. Can't do anything with that. So, facility power. Nothing, okay. A huge red button screaming my name. Mind control, idle, awaiting input. What if we do this? No, it's not active. Good. Okay, let's go destroy the facility. Ah, we have another one here. So 4, 5. I can't seem to see. Oh, I have. Okay, let's try this first. So 3, 4. Was it 4? 4, yes. Yes, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the end. Okay, so let's try this. 1, 2. Three. Four. It's gonna be bad. Maybe we reset everything. And 5. Nothing. Okay. My controls idle awaiting input, and I can't seem to read this. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Again, you're giving me the choice to do it. So this is the room on the right, the room on the left. But since we decided that we won't get him mad again, let's do this one.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Woohoo! Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
So this is when we find that we are living in a delusion again and again, and the paradox never ends.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yes, we are we're in the paradox. It's giving me an achievement that I completed the game, but I'm pretty sure that the game never ends as they had stated. So this is it, guys. I'm gonna leave the rest of the endings for you to play and for you to enjoy. It's a really good game, and I enjoyed it a lot. I had the back and forth with the narrator, And if you want me to play other endings as well, just let me know by subscribing, liking the video, and supporting the video as well. This helps a lot. So this is where it ends. I'll see you all in the next adventure.